YouTube friends, this is Kathy from Kathy's Creation. I thought I would give you an update on my patio project. If you have looked at any of my videos in the past, you would know that we started a patio renovation last year. We had a company come in and pour some concrete for us to make a lovely patio. And so this year is the year that I finally got to put some plants in the ground and have a small vegetable garden here on this patio. So I wanted to take you around and show you what we've been up to here. My husband is, if you can see these raised garden beds here, my husband constructed those. He put those in for me. He knows that I want one day to have a large vegetable garden, and he said while we're waiting to be able to afford a piece of land to do that, why not go ahead and put some boxes by the patio so we can enjoy some gardening and just enjoy the bounty and the beautiful colors that we get to enjoy by sitting on the patio and just looking out. So I'm going to go around here and show you a few things. First, I wanted to show you my little lime hydrangea here. It's been in this pot for 2 years now. I garden in Zone 5, Iowa. And so it's doing really good here. This is a frost resistant pot and it seems to do really well in here. Over in this area I have a hardy hibiscus and I'm really excited. We planted this in the fall last year. A lot of these things got planted in the fall last year, and so this year I'm really going to get to see it in full bloom. And I'm excited. I put it up close to the front because this is one of my favorite plants. And my husband also likes tropical themed plants, so this one will definitely make him happy. And in this area, I just have one of the old whiskey barrels that you can purchase from Lowe's, filled with herbs and other things here. And that is a white marigold. I purchased those seeds from Baker's Creek. Let's see, get a good close-up. I apologize for the lighting. 1 minute it looks like it's going to storm. The next minute the sun comes out. So I hope you can see these plants really well. Let me take a back step here, and as you can see, this planter here, this raised garden bed here, has a netting cover over it, and that is because the deer population in my backyard is pretty heavy. And now that we put the netting over these beds, I've had no issues with the deer, and a bonus is I've had no issues with caterpillars getting into my green lovely vegetables, which has made these crops just beautiful. Just beautiful. Everything in here is just beautiful. The lettuce I had in here started bolting and went to seed. So now these is collard greens that you're seeing here. Some collard greens in here, and I have onions. Lots of onions in there. In these raised vegetable beds, I am doing the Mel's method, the square foot. If you've not heard of Mel, he does square foot gardening in raised garden beds. So you could go check out some videos on YouTube. But you can also, this also zips. It has a zipper on it. I purchased it from Amazon. So you can open it and shut it. Right now I have it shut because the white moth is out. White butterfly moth is out, trying to enjoy all the vegetables just like I am. Laying eggs and having fun out here. This is a terracotta pot with calendula. Also seeds that I purchased from Baker's Creek. One thing I'm learning this year is to not overstuff. You start putting things in, you think that, oh, that's not that many plants, and then they start really performing and everything gets a little crowded. Now this vegetable bed here, this raised vegetable bed, this is an 8x8. No, excuse me, an 8x4. My husband built this one, the longest one here. I remember when he built it, I thought to myself, oh, it's going to be too much. I'm not going to be able to grow a whole, I'll have too much stuff that I won't know what to do with, too much space. And it's filling out really nice. I believe I have 8 tomato plants in this bed, and some people might say that that's too much, but right now they're doing good. And it's just learning, right? We're all learning here as we're doing gardening. And let's get a little closer to this to see what else is in here. So I'm doing the Mel's method, and he teaches square foot gardening, how many plants you can put in a square foot. And so I have a lot of different things in here. These are green beans, French green beans. I have some cucumber plants that are going crazy right now. I need to go to the hardware store and buy a few things to make a mini trellis to go in here. That's something I will have to look up and make myself. My husband wanted a watermelon plant, so there's one in here. We're gonna see how crazy it gets and if it takes over everything else. My husband loves watermelons. And of course there's some basil here, still going strong in Zone 5 Iowa in June, still looking nice. And of course we have to have the marigolds, right? Keep all the pests away, and hopefully a deterrent to any animal that might come my way. The only animal that I seem to be having issues with right now is squirrels. They want to hang out in here, dig up stuff. I do have a chipmunk that seems to want to eat my things. And here's another terracotta pot with calendula. And here is the third bed. This is a 4x4. This also has a net on it, kind of to deter the deer. And it seems to be doing a good job. I think they're kind of scared of it, to be honest. And I have just a few like leftover things that I put in here. My daughter's school had given me a yellow pear tomato. I helped one day with gardening club, and she was so sweet. The teacher, she had an extra one and she wanted to give it to me, so we have it planted here. And I have some Nano Pino peppers also planted in here, and some tomato plants. Some more tomatoes. I have decided to top them off. I was out here a couple of days ago and I topped them all off in hopes. I hope you can hear me because of the wind. I'm not sure if it's going to rain or not again. We were in a drought, and a couple of days ago we got rain, so I was very happy about that because we needed the rain. So I put these tomato plants in here just, as an experiment. I know it's not high enough for what they need to be, but I'm topping them off. We'll see what happens. And then of course we have some more marigolds here. I really like these marigolds from Baker's Creek. At first, when they start to bloom, they kind of look a creamy, buttery yellow. And then they do turn out to be white. I can't think exactly of the name right now, but I know if you go on Baker's Creek's website, you can type in white marigold and it will pop up. And then I have another barrel here. I just recently filled this one up. And I had to transplant this marigold, and it's surviving pretty good. It snapped out of it, and it's back to looking lovely again. I put some dill in here and some petunias. Here's another hardy hibiscus. And then my husband's favorite, which is canna. This is a dark leaf canna, and it should be red when it comes out. I have not planted up these beds completely because I'm just not sure exactly what I want in these flower beds. But I do have some white swan. You can see there's little green things in this bed, this white swan echinacea. Take a look at these patio from this side. Let me try to back up here. I think everything just looks beautiful here and lush. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. We had a birthday party out here, and it was just wonderful to be able to be outside, have a party out here. I have taken my cushions off of my patio set because of the rain and it was storming. I didn't want to get them lost, so you're going to see my patio set without cushions, and that's okay. This whiskey barrel right here, my daughter wanted to design it herself. After garden club from school, she got really excited about gardening, but she's not really into vegetable gardening. She's into flower gardening. So she designed this one. We went over to Cushman's greenhouse, and she picked out the plants that she wanted, and we popped them in there. And she is very, very proud of this planter. I'll take you around here so you can see it better. She really loved this Starry Night petunia here. It's very pretty. It's whimsical. And then I have this, I call this a trough flower container, bed, whatever you'd like to call it. My husband made it for me several years ago before I had a garden, and I had it on my deck. And I thought it would just look lovely down here. So I planted his favorite flowers and foliage plants. Coleus and cannas. I've been out here watering any of my little containers daily because it was just extremely hot here in Iowa. And like I said, we were in a drought. I apologize for the shakiness. I'm still learning how to shoot videos. And so I wanted to show you one more planter here before we go. And this one is verbena with some, you might see my neighbor's dogs come over here because they get really excited when they see me sometimes. So this is verbena. I grew from seed. And one thing I've learned about verbena is you only need probably one plant, not three. This is 3 verbena plants in one container. This is a cherry tomato called jelly bean. We were on a vacation in Arkansas, and my son surprised me with purchasing these seeds for me. So of course I had to grow a few, and look, they are so cute. They look like little jelly beans. I can't wait to see what they look like when they are red. I have 2 plants in this whiskey barrel. 2 of these jelly bean tomato plants in this whiskey barrel, and they seem to be doing good. Next year I will know better to grow verbena, at least 3 verbenas in a container with vegetables, because they do seem to fight for water. I think if I didn't have the verbena in there, I could probably go a couple of days without watering. And before we go, here is a container with a dwarf cherry tree I had purchased my husband for his birthday. Let me see if I can get close to the tag here so check it out. Which one this is? Cherry dwarf. This cherry tree was a bare root, and when it came in the mail it was just limbs, and so we got to watch it really come to life with the leaves and the beautiful cherry blooms on this cherry tree. Here's one more look of my patio before I go here. I hope this video has encouraged you to get out and grow something beautiful, grow something edible, and also to show you that you don't need a large space. You don't need a huge backyard, even though we would all love to have lots of land, or at least I would. You could make do with what you have, and it can fill your heart with happiness. And I hope this video fills your heart with happiness. Until next time, God bless.